Welcome everyone. In this video I will prove the law of sines, which states that if you have a triangle like this, if you have a triangle, and I couldn't draw it nicely as I wanted, if you have a triangle A, B, C, and you name the sides as follows using small case letters for the sides and uppercase letters for the measures of the angles, then the law says that sine of A divided by A is equal to sine of B divided by B, which is also equal to sine of C divided by C. As I said, this is the law of sines. So how can we prove this statement? Well, the way I will do it is by first starting with drawing a perpendicular line to the side small case B. This perpendicular line I will call H. The length of it actually is H. So, if we are interested in finding the area of our triangle, we can say that it is the base times the height divided by 2. So, we have 1 over 2 times B times H. Well, if we want to replace H with another quantity, we can look at this right triangle, and we can see that sine of C is equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse, so H divided by A, which means that H is equal to A times sine of C. So we make this substitution in our area equation for H. We have 1 over 2B and A sine of C. Well, this is great. But we could also do this same steps. We can repeat this process using another side. Maybe we draw a perpendicular line like this, and it doesn't look perpendicular. And it won't look because of the way I drew the shape. But imagine that it is perpendicular. Maybe we name this H prime. And now we could compute the same area. Again, 1 over 2 times the base, which is A in this case, times the height, which is H prime. Well, if we want to represent H prime in terms of another quantities, just like we did a minute ago, we could look at this triangle this time and see that sine of B is equal to H prime divided by C. So H prime is C times sine of B. If we substitute this, we see 1 over 2A C sine of B. And if we do this for one last time, using the other side, which means we drove a perpendicular line like this, we could say 1 over 2, and I am not going to do this one myself, but you can check that this would give you, well, actually, let me do it together. It is always good practice to do it. Maybe we name this H star, and we would say C times H star. And for H star, let's first write the sign. Now, if we consider sine of A, we will say that it is H star. What am I writing? H star divided by B, right? So for H star, we can write B times sine of A, which I am writing right now. CB sine of A. Great. Right now we have three different equations for the area of the triangle. The key insight to have here is that we are talking about the same triangle all the time. So all of these area equations must be equal to each other, which means that, and perhaps it is obvious that area in blue is equal to area in green, which is also equal to the area in orange. Now, on the new page, we will use the expressions that we found for each of these different areas, which are equal, to prove the law of sines. So let's get started. Alright, so we are doing that right now. For the green, for the blue area, we have 1 over 2 times b times a sine of c. This is equal to, maybe we want to consider it with the green area. We see that it is equal to 1 over 2 ac sine of b. If we do some cancellations, like 1 over 2's and a's, they cancel. And if we divide both sides by c and b, we can see that sine of c divided by c, and this is capital C, is equal to sine of capital B divided by small case b. So we got this, which is one part of our law. If you look at this part, if it is one part of the law. So let's do the other part. And to do the other part, let's consider the relation between green and orange. So the green area formula gave us 1 over 2 ac sine of b is equal to, the orange one is 1 over 2, alright, 1 over 2 cb sine of a. Here we can again do some cancellations. 1 over 2's and c's are gone. So if we divide by a times b, if we divide both sides by a and then divide by b, we get that sine of b divided by b is equal to sine of a divided by a. Well, we just said that sine of b divided by b is equal to sine of c divided by c. We said it right here. So this is also equal to sine of c divided by c, which is actually the law of sines, as we stated it at the beginning of this video. I hope that this video was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, suggestions, please write them in the comment section below. I hope to see you in another video. Until then, take care.